Hi, I'm Bill from CJ Pony Parts. Without a doubt, the most popular installation videos we do for the S550 Mustangs are exhaust, because exhaust is one of the most popular things people do to these cars. We've done everything from mild to wild, from cat-backs to axle-backs. Well, today we're going to do one of the most unique systems I've seen, and that's a Cervini side exit exhaust fitting your 2015 through 2017 GT Fastback Premium. The Cervini side exhaust was popular for the previous models. We know it's going to be popular for the 15 owners as well. They've always had a good sound and have a really nice custom look when they're installed. The Cervini's teamed up with some of the best in the industry to make this system really high end. Uses MagnaFlow mufflers and all 409 stainless steel from American Racing. Cervini's fabricates the side skirts, tips, and the rear fill-in pieces to give it a real custom look when it's installed. And today we're going to install it on this 2015 Mustang GT. Well, like I mentioned, this system here will only fit your GT Fastback Premium model. It's only going to fit the Fastback because the exhaust will interfere with the factory bracing on the convertible. Has to be a premium because you have to have the two-piece rear bumper to be able to use the fill-in panels to get rid of the factory tips. For this installation, with a lift or a jack and jack stands, 1/4-inch ratchet, 7mm socket, 8mm socket, 3/8 ratchet, 13mm socket, 15mm socket, 17mm socket, Phillips head screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, spring clamp, scissors, and metal shears. First step in the installation is going to be remove the factory exhaust. Doesn't matter if it's aftermarket or not, you're going to remove the entire Cat-Back. Start with these two bolts here to remove the rear hangers. Now moving forward, we're going to release the two front clamps here. Then we're going to slide these back. Now if you have a stock exhaust on, you may have to actually push these up with a screwdriver. In case of these, they've already been removed, so now we can slide them off. Begin the installation with these two J-clips. You're going to slide into the subframe holes facing outward. Then we're going to take the X-pipe assembly with the mufflers and install it using the factory clamps. Now we're just going to snug these up for now. Now move on to the mid pipe, install one of the clamps over the muffler. Put the pipe in. And then line it up with the clip we installed earlier. Then we're going to take the bolt, the washer, lock washer. Just get it started enough that it holds it. And do the same thing on the other side. When you have these pipes in place, make sure you have clearance with the gas tank on both sides. You want at least 1/2 inch. Most of the times you'll have a lot more than that. Now we can install the side exit pipes. You can take a clamp, put it over the mid pipe. And you'll line that up with the factory hole and install the provided hardware. The exhaust system in place, now we can work on the side skirts. What you want to do is sort of put it up into place. There's a tab that goes in the wheel well, but your alignment point is going to be under the car. We're going to show you where that is. This is your alignment tab here. This edge lines up with that opening. So what you want to do, grab the side skirt and basically maneuver it until that's flush. Now you can grab a spring clamp, hold it in place. Again, make sure it's flush. Now we get the screws to hold it on. And then right up in the front here is a secondary alignment tab. Again, make sure they both look good before you screw anything in. Once everything's aligned, you're comfortable with the positioning, you grab the supplied screws, and you're going to screw it to the factory ground effect. Okay, the screw's mounted underneath. We're going to put one additional screw right here in the front. The screw's installed. Now we got to put speed nuts on the back. To do that, simply get a grip on the factory side skirts and just pull down to release the clips. What you want to do is put the speed nut on top of the screw and just hold it to tighten it down. And repeat the process for all the others. The side skirt mounted, now we're going to start on the heat shield. Because the exhaust is here, the factory plastic wouldn't hold up the heat, so we're going to put a heat shield in place. First thing we're going to do is slide these two J-clips over the plastic back here. And you may have to remove the push pins to get a little more room to work. Now we're going to move the mud flap out of the way here. Just remove these two torque screws. And push this out of the way. The heat shield is going to install like this. We have to put washers on the top. So what you want to do, put the silver screws in and the torque screws. And what we have to do though is put a washer on the other side. So we're going to put some pieces of tape over this to hold the screws in place and then install the washer. Now we can put it up into place. Okay, now we're going to install this here. That one started. I'm going to remove the bolt from this clamp, actually extend it and put it up over the pipe, and then grab the tip. Now you can put the tip up into place, put it over the edge of the pipe and slide the clamp over it. All right, and then reinstall the hardware. And now we're going to reinstall the bolt and the clamp. And you want to rotate it up out of the way. And we're going to tighten it down. Now we're going to go through and tighten the clamps and the brackets up so we can start making our adjustments. Cervini's includes two cover plates to cover up the factory exhaust tips. Now again, this will only work on a premium bumper. What we're going to do now though is remove these two clips here and one from the wheel well. Pull the splash shield back. There's a little screw right up in here we're going to remove next. The rear covers have this insert that you have to cut out. The template is provided, so what you want to do is just mark it and then cut it. It's actually pretty thin. It's fairly easy to cut. You're going to line this up to cover it, then use the provided screws to hold it in place. We're going to have to apply some double stick tape. Before we do that, we're going to put it up into place here. Get an idea where everything's going to sit. All right, now once we see where it's going to go, we're going to take it down. Clean that area with some alcohol so we get some better adhesion. Then we'll install some double stick tape. Basically, want to go up this edge here, across here, then down there. Give those a wipe as well. And now we're going to install it in place, line it up over here. Panel in place. Now we're going to install these little turn buttons to help hold it in place. Okay, then we're going to reinstall the bolt behind the wheel well here. And reinstall the push pin. Repeat the process on the other side and your installation is finished. All right, the system really looks good on the car, but now let's hear how it sounds. You know, I was worried with the small mufflers it might be too loud, but I think it sounds really good. Like I said in the intro, the Cervini side exhaust is one of the most unique systems available for the S550. It looks really cool in the car and it actually sounds a lot better than I thought it would. I was a little worried about side pipes, but honestly the system sounds great. I'd be happy to have it on my own car. The installation is not terribly hard, but is time consuming. Figure about 3 to 4 hours and be back on the road in no time.